Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Onboard Ventures Discovery. I will be your host, Blai Carandell. I'm the founder of Cassius, a consultancy innovation firm that it's based on validating products and services. And I'm speaking here on behalf of the 4 years from now. The 4 years from now is the business development platform of the mobile world capital Barcelona that enables startups, investors, corporations, and public institutions to discover, create, and launch new ventures together. For the first time this year, the 4 years from now is bringing the village of mobility sector startups and smart tech innovators to the Automobile Barcelona Connected Hub. Now, of course, we're here on the Onboard Ventures Discovery, and today we will have 10 startups who will be pitching in the next 90 minutes from the Onboard Ventures, an onboard innovation initiative of Ficosa and Nano. From Barcelona and San Francisco, their mission is to support technology-based startups and boost them towards a consolidated business. Now, I would like you to help me welcome to the stage Eduardo Rozan, who's the Managing Director of Onboard Ventures. Round of applause, please. Who will be telling us a bit more about the program. Micro.
Good morning, everybody. So, welcome on board. Onboard Ventures is an open innovation ecosystem. Innovation is within the culture of Ficosa and Nano. Just a number, 30% of our turnover in the next years will come from products that were not in our portfolio 10 years ago. And you know that in automobile, 10 years is a very short time. Also, our vision is that Ficosa and Nano doesn't want to be an actor of the mobility today, because we're already a big actor. What we want to be is one of the leaders to propose the new change in the mobility. And we know that the changes are going to be very huge. Just a number. Today we are using our car around 4% of the time. And that time we use 30% in cities to look for parking slot. So we need and we want a new way to move, to use our vehicle. And we will prefer in the future to buy packages of kilometers, or packages of minutes, better than own our vehicle. And the clear sign that these change are present today is that all the car makers are proposing solutions to share vehicles. General Motors, Maven, Ford, Smart Mobility, BMW right now, Car2Go from Daimler. And also some of them are proposing mobility as a service, like Daimler, Mavu in the United States, and also Volkswagen Moya in Berlin. All these changes are possible because of connectivity. Electrical vehicles are connected by definition. We need to monitor the battery, for instance. Autonomous cars are driven data by definition and need to be connected. We see even some car makers like Volvo offering free connectivity. In exchange, you propose your car to be used by others when you don't need it. So really, connectivity is a common feature of all these changes. And at Ficosa and Nano, we know what is connectivity. We are going to connect, or we have connected already, around 5 million vehicles. But we know it's not enough. We need to connect everything. Not only the new vehicle, current vehicle, scooters, bicycle, trucks, everything. And we know these challenges are very huge. That's why we have decided to open our organization, and the role of Onboard is to facilitate the partnership between Ficosa and Nano and startups like you. We start our journey 3 months ago with 4 years from now. This is very interesting that Barcelona can offer today an organization like Mobile World Congress and 4 years from now. And thanks to the organization, we are able to reach around 80 startups in 25 countries, which is a very good job from 4 years from now organization. I would like to thank you for that. Also, I would like to thank all the people from Ficosa and Nano who helped me to select the project you are going to see today. And of course, I would like to thank all the startups who have come from different areas in the world to share their idea with you. You will see projects from controlling the car with gesture, looking parking slot, having very precise geolocalization technology, connected current vehicle, connected bicycle. So I hope you will enjoy the startups, and now it's a place for them to speak. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Eduardo Rozan, Managing Director of Onboard Ventures. Now we will have the 10 startups come up here and pitch. They will be pitching for 3 minutes each, and when I say 3 minutes, we mean 3 minutes. We've been told that this is very strict, so after 3 minutes, we start clapping, it's over. If you haven't stopped talking, a red dot will appear on your forehead, and we are giving orders to shoot. These are difficult times, anything is allowed. So after the 3 minutes, we will have a Q&A. You may ask one question, which they will answer, and then we will go on and so forth. So please, let me welcome to the stage the CEO from Germany, Silvan Rath of Predict.io. Thank you. Round of applause, please.
All right, am I on? Very good. Hello, everybody. My name is Silvan, and I'm Chief Excitement Observer at Predict.io. So we make sense of sensors. If you think about robots and artificial intelligence and smart cities, they can already see via image recognition. But robots and AI, they can also feel, which is via sensors. So this is an example of accelerometer readings of your phone. You can see with your pure eye, if you're riding a city train, it looks different than if you're riding a bike, or if you're looking for a parking spot in your car. Now, your phone carries 13 different sensors on there. There's an air pressure sensor, there's a temperature sensor, a light sensor on there. They produce 1 gigabyte of data per hour. Now, we translate those data from your sensors of your phone into actionable context, into meaning. We, for example, understand which restaurants you like, which places you visit, which transport mode you prefer, where you're looking for a parking spot, when. We understand when do you like to receive a message and when do you not want to be disturbed. So we truly believe that in 2 years from now, not 4 years, but in 2 years from now, nobody will accept untargeted messaging, interaction at moments in time where you don't want to have it. Now, there's a lot of apps that already use our SDK, which is a plugin you could put into any app out there. We have retail apps, so large retail organizations that understand when you're about to go shopping. We have mobility apps. In fact, one very large parking app here from Spain, which I can't announce right yet on stage, but I'm meeting them today, and they already started installing it. So very soon, hopefully also in Barcelona, you will be able to have the benefits of our SDK. Now, lifestyle apps, dating apps that understand when people are near each other. We have a very simple model, so you can just rent our SDK. You don't have to build this technology on your own. We've worked with very large corporates already. Car manufacturers are amongst our customers, parking apps and those type of businesses. So we have service level agreements that meet the standards. We can comply with the strongest data privacy regulations, including the GDPR that's coming next year in 2018. I can give you the details about that at our booth. We have a plugin for both iOS, Android, and even hybrid apps like Cordova, so you can put it into any app that's out there. It runs with very, very tiny battery consumption, which is absolutely critical for this technology. And just looking at the company for half a second, so we made this technology with love out of Berlin, so we're a small team of 12 people. We are 7-figure revenues by now, so that you have an idea where we stand as a company. And we are currently looking for an additional 1 million. And with that additional 1 million, what we want to do is we want to build access to additional sensors, not only your phone sensors, but also sensors in your home, sensors in your car, or sensors that are held on your Fitbit or on your phone, for example. And with that, we can build more context so that systems and cars can understand what you as a customer want. So hyper-personalization is what we offer to you within an SDK. And I have 9 seconds left. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Great. All right, now we'd like to open the floor. Thank you, Silvan. Open the floor to any questions for Silvan, please. Yes, you may step up. Yeah.
Germán Onboard Ventures Ficosa. Compared to the other similar solutions, which is the add value proposition of your product?
So, I mean, one of the things is that we work across all the platforms. So some of our competitors only work on iOS or on Android. We have a lower battery consumption than most of the players out there in the market, and we actually can comply to the data privacy standards. A lot of people send the sensor data to the server, and then they do the calculations on the server. We process all the data on the device itself. So that's a huge difference.
All right. OK, thank you very much, Silvan, and thank you very much for the question. By the way, I'd like to mention that we do have the microphones here, but we can bring them over there, so those people at the sides, do not be afraid to ask any questions. All right, so now we have from the Netherlands, we have the co-founder of Capte. Please welcome up to the stage, Paul Chipault. Please. Hi. Morning, how are you?
Mic, remote, clicker. Great. Ready? Yeah. 3, 2, 1, go. There we go. How does this thing work? Okay, don't worry. Time is not. There you go. Hi everyone. My name is Paul, and today I'm here to present you our activity at Capte. We are a combined hardware and software provider for vehicle operators. We provide them with solutions regarding vehicle connectivity. As you probably know, the telematics market in the field of fleet management has had numerous solutions over the years. You've got broad ranges of solutions that help you improve on your costs, maintenance management, car sharing solutions to reduce the amount of vehicles within your fleet, fuel management solutions that will track consumptions across drivers and help reduce the costs of fueling in the company. And you also have got quite a few solutions that will help you on the operational side. Workforce management systems, time management systems, and so on. The bottom line is, and my slide is not appearing. All right, no. How is this working? OK, sorry. The bottom line is for each of these use cases that you will find in fleet management, you will find products on the markets that are already here, and they work great. But the problem is most of the time, if you have many use cases, and that's the case in transportation, I come personally from the transportation industry, if you want to fix everything, you are very likely to have to buy multiple devices from different suppliers, which means twice as installation, twice the cost of hardware, and twice the cost of the subscription. So what we came up with is a bit different. It is indeed a connected black box within the vehicle. It features all the really trendy features that are in the telematics market, such as eco-driving, tracking. These are the basic of fleet management. Driving time through digital tachograph, remote download units, smart dispatching, car sharing, and so on. It's an all-in-one device. But it also has a very specific feature, which is it can be remotely updated. So the big difference for the client is that if in 3 months from now they need a new feature, we don't have to come to the vehicle and install something else. We can just do it remotely over the air, and that's how it goes. Right now, we are looking for new partners and customers that are willing to go further in the connected vehicle development. So if you have any question or you want to discuss these topics, feel free to stop by our booth. Thank you very much for your attention.
All right. 24 seconds left, very much respecting the time. All right, now we'll welcome anybody, any questions from the audience, please. Remember, we can bring the microphone to you. Anybody? I'd like to ask one. You mentioned already, but what exactly are you looking for then here in the Connected Hub?
Mostly for partners. We have a lot of APIs and possibility to make our solution very flexible. So we're looking for people with tricky use cases that wants help to solve them, basically.
Mm-hmm. All right, so you're not looking for funding then?
Not for now. Thank you.
Who doesn't want money? All right. OK, thank you very much,
Thank you very
Paul.
much.
Here. All right, and next up to the stage, from here from Spain, we have Andrés Aranda, who's the CTO of MAPIT IoT. So thank you, Andrés. Microphone, clicker. Floor is yours. Perfect.
OK, welcome to everybody. I'm Andrés Aranda. I'm from MAPIT. So I'm going to explain what we do, which is basically a GPS device. But we are focusing, instead of cars, we are centering on motorbikes. And currently, we just started almost 1 year ago, but this year we will have, at the end of the year, around 20,000 units working on our platform. It is because we have a contract with one important motorbike brand, okay? So basically, we are offering a hardware which is connected to our platform. This platform is exploiting the data from vehicles which are not connected to the bus can, but we transform into business intelligence data, which is really useful for brands and to take some decisions. So basically, we have a small device, which is this size. It's not need to connect anything, but it's recommended to use the power. And we connect to the motorbike, where it sends the data to our custom development platform, which is a complete IoT, which is full scalable, secure, and flexible platform. So we are showing and displaying all the information on a backend system, on web services, and app on mobile devices. So basically, we are focusing 3 steps where we have the end users, where they can get some information about the position, where is their bike, if there's some movement, and also for the brands and the dealerships can manage, for example, predictive service scheduling, so they can propose some scheduled services to the users, and as well for brands where we offer some business intelligence decisions. For example, they can use details of the use of their motorbikes on their vehicles, so they can take some certain decisions. Okay, so basically we are a software company, but we have some hardware design support, and we are based here in Barcelona. And why we are going with Nano and Ficosa? It's a question I do for myself. I mean, we have the opportunity to collaborate, to certificate the product, maybe production, and as well, we want to get to other brands. Especially, we are interested in automotive brands that we can reach to other sectors that are really difficult for companies like us to get. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you very much, Andrés. Okay, any questions from the audience now for Andrés? Yes, please. May we bring the microphone? Sorry.
Good morning, Andrés. This is Munar from Nano, hardware manager. One question. I understand that your device is for standalone applications, but is it easy also to integrate in other applications as additional features that we would like to promote from Nano or Ficosa?
Yes,
Thanks.
of course. Our device is quite flexible, and there are in principle no inputs, but it's easy to connect, for example, CAN or some button or some other sensoring. It's no problem. Our platform is already prepared and ready for that.
All right. Thank you very much. Round of applause, please, for Andrés. Now let's welcome to the stage from Poland. We have the Chief Innovation Officer, Rafal Kafara from MyWheels. Can we get him up to say hi? Good morning. How is it going? Wait, let me give you, the microphone. The clicker. Just wait for the timer. Aquí, clico. No está. Just a second. ¿Eso queda aquí? Bueno, falta aquí. All right. The floor is yours. On 3. 1, 2,
Hello, everybody.
3,
My name is Rafal Kafara. I'm the CIO of a startup called MyWish, based in Warsaw, Poland. We like to call ourselves Endemondo for cars. Since launching our MVP back in September of last year, our user base grew to more than 5,000 active users. Most of them come from Poland, but we also have active users in UK, Germany, Finland, Holland, Australia, and the United States. Most of the drivers have similar problems, which include high maintenance costs due to improper usage of the vehicle, late reaction to vehicle components degradation, as well as an economical driving style. MyWheels is a complete solution which uses a standard OBD device already available on the market. When you enter your vehicle and start driving, our application automatically connects to the vehicle onboard computer and starts collecting data and sending to our cloud servers. We then analyze some of the information in real time and send feedback to the user. Also, we have machine learning algorithms which analyze every single ride of the user to detect any changes in vehicle performance, so we can proactively alert the user of any problems with the vehicle performance. Okay, so here is some of the competition available on the market around the world. Where we are different is that we didn't want to develop another hardware device. Instead, we want to take advantage of those millions of inexpensive devices already available on the market. And we spent many months testing and perfecting a connection between the device and our application to make sure it works flawlessly with any vehicle. We have many ideas how to monetize our business, but just to stay focused, our main priority right now is to cooperate with insurance companies and provide them with a platform and with a relatively low-cost entry to the UBI market. We had the chance to sit down with some of the biggest companies in Poland, and the number one problem that we always hear is that the cost of the installation of the hardware and the hardware itself are very expensive. So thanks to MyWheels, the entry barrier to the UBI business is not a problem. Here's the team. The team is pretty small. We have 5 people, team of professional people with many years of experience in his or her field of expertise, some of which include web security, high-performance web backend applications, big data, machine learning, mobile development, and design. Thank you very much. If you have any questions, I'm happy to answer them.
All right, thank you very much. And Rafal? Yes, keep the microphone. Any questions from anybody from the crowd, from the public? Yes, please. Can you bring the microphone? Thank you.
Hello, this is Jose Maria Forcadell from Ficosa. So the platform software is working with all operating systems of the mobile phones?
We are able to connect to any OBD devices that are already on the market. There are millions already sold around the world, and we are able to connect to all of them. They are very inexpensive devices. They cost between $5 to $10 each, and everybody can, if they can purchase the device by themselves and just install our application and connect within 1 minute and start driving and using our platform.
Okay, thank you very much, Rafal. Round of applause, please. And now from the USA, we have the CEO of Carfit. Please welcome to the stage, Henri-Nicolas, Olivier. Hi. Come on.
They should have your presentation, right? Yep. They don't have it? Do you want do we want to switch to the next one and then they don't have the presentation yet. Yeah, we switch to the next one? All right.
All right, because we don't have the presentation yet, this happens, technology. All right, we'll bring up to the stage the next person, and then we set your presentation up. Don't worry, Henri-Nicolas, you will have a chance to pitch. So let's bring up to the stage from Spain, the CEO of Advanced Nanotechnologies, Antonio Onteniente. Round of applause, please. There you go.
Hello, everybody. We work in material sector, surface material sector. So we work inside the nano coatings. We are a company, a research and development company, and we estimate in 2020 to have thousands of parts with our solutions in the market, in cars. Nano coatings market is increasing every year, and it is estimated for 2020 this market will grow over $6.8 billion. And of course, automotive sector is really very interested in this kind of solution based in nano coatings. Because some functionalities are very strong if we work in surface materials, for example, in case of scratch resistance, corrosion, anti-fingerprint, chemical resistance, etc., etc. So we are here to present three kinds of technologies based on nano coatings. So anti-fog technology, defrost, and wear resistance. Anti-fog nanocoating we present here can be put in plastic or in glass parts. Defrost is, we are thinking in external part of the car for the function of defrost, and for internal parts working as in mechanical function inside the car, we propose one technology based in a very low or a very high wear resistant nanocoatings. We are working now with Jaguar and companies as Jaguar, Saint-Gobain, AGC, working for windshield and windows of the car to put a permanent anti-fog system based in two main conditions: permanent effect during the life of the car, a passive system. That means doesn't need power supply to work. The second technology we present here in Salon de l'Automobile is present for external part of the car, solution based in a surface heater with two main features. One is transparent, and second one with a very low power consumption. If we compare our solution with other the solutions we have today commercially in the street, in the cars, the consumption is only 10% comparing with the current solutions. And to finish, the last nanocoating we present for cars is a solution based in one material that combines two main features: very low friction coefficient, 0.1 maximum, is really a very high wear resistance. And that's all. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much, Antonio. So now any questions we may have from the... Over there, please. Should be on. All right.
Hello? Now it works. So this is Jaume Ferrer from Ficosa. Just one question. So you are speaking about your product, but I would like to understand if there is any specific equipment for do the application in the industry.
It's the nano coatings. Our solution is based in. If you ask for industrial process, for example, it is based on high vacuum machines. We need high vacuum machines to put our materials in the surface of the parts.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much, Antonio. That was it. Thank you. Round of applause, please. By the way, we're asking them questions now, but if you would like to ask them anything else, any of these startups, they will be in the booth just over there in the middle, so you can contact them later. So now we'll have from Estonia up to the stage the business developer manager of Comodule, Konstantinos Stephanou, please. Thank you. Yes.
There you go. Right. Okay. So, hi. I'm Konstantinos and I'm from Comodule. We help manufacturers to connect bikes, e-bikes, scooters, and other kind of light electric vehicles. Right now, we believe that light electric vehicles is the most important segment of the 21st century. And right now, the bikes and e-bikes production has surpassed the car production and has been doubled. What do? We offer full connectivity solutions compiled from three main components. The hardware, which is the smallest and lightest that exists in the market. The smartphone application, which is the tool for the end user. And the web application, which is the tool for the manufacturer and the operators. How does it work? We integrate this solution inside the vehicle. And after that, these bring in communication both the end user and the manufacturers. The end user is able to constantly track the vehicle and collect data analytic information from the vehicle. Afterwards, the manufacturers and the operator are able to stay in constant contact and provide direct support to the person who used the vehicle. And at the same time, they can collect all the data analytics information. Right now, we have 4 basic pillars of our core businesses. First one, we offer tracking services. Secondly, we offer diagnostic and maintenance information that we collect from every vehicle. And thirdly, we offer fleet manager and sharing operators to launch their systems. Right now, what is our value proposition? So we help manufacturers and operators to create a long-lasting relationship with their customers. So instead of doing one-time sales, they're constantly in contact. How do we do that? Simply, we listen to our customers' expectations and needs, and after that, we ask for one of their vehicles. We integrate our technology inside their vehicles, and we present them a fully connected vehicle. After that, we execute a pilot, and then, based on this proof of concept, we move to the commercialization. Right now, we have already connected 40,000 vehicles all over the world. Our customers have signed agreements of over 7 million euros for the next 4 years. And we have our customers export their vehicles in 45 different countries of the world. We have 3 teams, a research and development team in Tallinn, Estonia, a business development team in Berlin, and joint sales in Asia, in Taiwan, in Taipei. We consider ourselves experts in global connectivity, and basically we have a high-tech team from 20 people. We started our project from automotive industry, and particularly for Formula E. But later on, we moved to bike industry, where we won several awards. Right now, we cooperate with some of the biggest industry partners of the world, like TDCM, Bros, and Bafang. With some of them, we have already signed official partnerships. And we have already built autonomous e-bike prototypes. So this is our passion, empowering emissionless transportation. And I'm right on time. Thank you.
Yeah, all right. Thank you very much. Excellent. Good presentation. Any questions from the crowd?
No question.
Yeah, there's a question. You're not getting away so easily.
I'm happy to get it.
Yeah.
Again, Jose Maria Forcadell from Ficosa. So, is unique solution? So there are other competitors in the market doing this kind of solution or not?
Actually, there is actually one main competitor, but basically our competitive advantage compared to everything that exists in the market is the following. That we offer complete connectivity solution, meaning that we offer the full system, the hardware, the software, and the web platform. Basically, right now, if you go out to the market, you can see parts of it. But most of our customers tell us they don't want to deal with different dealers, suppliers. They want one solution in everything. And the second thing is that we have a high-tech team, meaning that we started from automotive industry and from Formula E, and after we won the championship there, we moved to the bike industry, motorbike, electric scooters, and light electric vehicles. And that's why we consider ourselves expert in this area after 4 years of having active sales.
All right. Thank you very much, Konstantinos. Yeah. So again, round of applause. And if you want to ask more questions to Konstantinos or any of his peers, you can find them over there at their booth. So now we'd like to welcome back to the stage Henri-Nicolas Olivier from the USA, the CEO of Carfit. And here's a clicker, right and left.
Good morning. Thank you for having me this morning. Carfit is about car vibration and intelligence, artificial intelligence. So we leverage car vibration with data science to anticipate maintenance needs. The company is based out of Portland, Oregon. We receive investment from Jaguar Land Rover and Mobivia. We do have our technology in currently 7,000 plus vehicles. And we are at the stage where we deploy commercially and looking to enlarge our data set. Why it's important to understand better the car vibration? This is because there is a lot of information already available coming from the engine that you can see on the dashboard. However, the wearing parts of the driving gears, tires, shocks, brakes, and wheels are under-equipped in sensors, and therefore it's difficult to monitor their wear and tear. What we are doing is we provide an independent assessment of the real state of a car by learning the vibration, identifying, interpreting, and mapping these vibrations with known issues. So how we do that? We collect these vibrations at very high frequency, and we have a whole process going through a machine learning that allows us to bring actionable insights to users or to the industry in general. So the input is vibration data, and the output would be a dashboard, for instance, for car manufacturer, part makers, or a service company. We do address three groups of customers: auto service companies making the maintenance, multi-mark, multi-model. The second group are new mobility services in order to optimize the maintenance needs. So basically doing the maintenance at the right time, not before, not after, and optimizing or helping to transition from standardized preventive maintenance to individualized predictive maintenance. The third group are car makers and tier 1, tier 2. Compared to what exists in the industry, we are complementary. So basically, we provide information that you can't get through a CAN bus or an OBD device. And that is representing already 40% of the maintenance budget of a car. And that's a growing 40% as we will add more mileage on cars, and very important for connected cars and autonomous vehicles. Thank you. Happy to hear your question. And we are here because we are at the stage where we need to enlarge our data set and looking for partnership and integration of our technology in more products and cars.
Yeah. All right. Thank you very much, Henri-Olivier. Thank you. Any questions? We have a question from somebody in the crowd. We'll bring the microphone.
José María Serra from Ficosa. I would like to know if, because predictive maintenance is something that is not only applied for the automotive, it can be applied for the 4.0 industry. because predictive maintenance, vibration is important to predict if, for example, an engine is going to fail, or have you thought to apply this to other type of, sectors, products for predictive maintenance?
Yes, absolutely. Our platform can be repurposed for any kind of engine, I would say, in general. Today we focus on passenger cars, but we have had requests for buses and trucks and trains and 4.0 manufacturing. However, today it's really about cars, what Carfit is doing.
All right, thank you. Wait, I have a question also, because I've been waiting all my life to ask. If you blast your music so loud that the car vibrates, does that deteriorate the car?
So that's part of our technology to differentiate the different vibration patterns. Right. And very much like a doctor will take your pulse, this is what we are doing for cars.
All right, thank you very much. Round of applause. All right, we have 3 more startups, and we'd like to welcome up to the stage from Spain, the innovation manager of Situm. So please welcome Juan Martín.
Okay, good morning. We are Situm, indoor positioning technology providers for some of the top players in their fields of activities. But why I say indoors? We are all made to location-based services outdoors thanks to GPS, but inside buildings there is no GPS and we spend more than 90% of time. There are some technologies from decades that try to resolve the problem, but they have to put a lot of tax on the infrastructure, they have a long time to set up, they are hard cost to the infrastructure. In Situm, what we made is a technology based on the already installed infrastructure, Wi-Fi or Bluetooth. We do not require to install any extra hardware. We have a fast setup, a few hours for the biggest buildings, and we have the highest accuracy for smartphone positioning. But it's not also positioning. We offer the navigation capabilities, the capability to create points of interest routes and all the user experience, analytics, geomarketing, whatever. We only require 2 steps to put our technology to work. We need a map of the venue and an initial mapping of signals of a few hours in the venue. And that's it. Our technology can be used for many different types of solutions, like, for example, to know where are the co-workers in a headquarters, to know where you parked your car, or to know where you want to go and to guide to the store after parking or after reaching a shopping mall or whatever. So we are the partner for the smart buildings if you want to get into there and to provide to your users and to know where are the employees or any kind of feature of positioning that you want to do outdoors, it can be made indoors. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Juan. So now, any questions from the audience? Yes, we have one over there for another CEO to CEO.
Hi, it's Silvan. So you guys need a site survey to set up, and do you need magnetometer to determine position, or how does the technology work?
Okay, what we have to do is an initial mapping of the venue, which is embedding the signals, the Wi-Fi, the Bluetooth, the magnetic field. But in fact, our technology, what it does is measuring the signal intensity of Wi-Fi or Bluetooth, measuring the magnetic field variations, and measuring how people move based on the smartphone sensors. Well, not only smartphones, we need a device with the sensors in all the smartphones, but we can work with other devices with these sensors inside. But this is how it works.
Just an additional question then. So how would you compare to the guys from Indoor Atlas as an example? So how would you think you're better?
Okay, I know Indoor Atlas. Yes, they are very based on the geomagnetic positioning, which is quite good. But there are a lot of buildings where there are great interferences, like industries or many shopping malls due to the infrastructure. These systems that doesn't perform really good. Our technology also works offline, which means that we can compute directly on the device. We do not need to send the data to a cloud. We tested it in factories working, in tubes, in open spaces, in trade shows, in the Mobile World Congress, in many places. It is very robust.
Let's speak later. Awesome.
Yeah, all right. Okay, thank you. Round of applause for Juan. Thank you. All right, and now we have, also from Spain, we have the CEO and founder of Gestoos, yes? Germán León, please welcome him up to the stage.
Yes. Hello, everyone. You remember this movie, Tom Cruise interacting with Minority Report. That was the vision from Steven Spielberg that my boss, John Undercoffler, helped him build. I guess you forget this image. Scientists at that time were absolutely sure that in the future, year 2050, cars and environments will be sufficiently smart to recognize and identify human behavior. We've built it. So my name is Germán León. I'm the CEO of Gestoos, and we're an artificial intelligence company specialized in human interaction technology. What we've built is a software that is able to recognize ultra-fine gestures, and we're applied it to multiple industries at this stage. We're in digital signage, consumer electronics, and obviously in the automotive space. So what is the big thing or the big problem? The car of today and the car of tomorrow is more of an entertainment space. It's going to change. You need to understand what's going on right there. You need to see that people are not only driving, they're listening to music, they're using other elements. So it needs to be flexible and customizable. The approaches that are used today are based on deep learning, are basically gathering one behavior. Let's say I want to make sure that the kid in the back is not going to take the belt off. I need to gather thousands of samples to be able to create a model and then get a level of robustness so that the camera that is watching that behavior actually identifies it. The problem with this approach is that it's not viable for this industry. In cars, many of these behaviors are stayed there for a long time. The processing is local, and it's very difficult to capture that data live. So what do? We created a more viable system. We have a base model, which it's very easy for anyone to deploy. We only need to define the behavior. We take 5 users, only 5 users, capture their data with 10 samples. In this case, we will be mimicking the kids that are doing this 5 times. And then we're able to get an updated model into the local car that it will be 90% accurate. And from that point on the first usage, we could get to 100 level of accuracy. What does that mean? We have a method now, or a system, that captures gestures and data and can be distributed across different industries. Right now, we are in digital signage, but we're coming to automotive and transportation with gestures that are accurately to 100%. So our differentiation is simple. We define the behavior. We only need 5 users, 10 samples. We update the model instantly, locally in the car. And we're able to get, through the distributed method, from the get-go, 93% accuracy to 100% accuracy detection. This means time to application is short and is economically viable. And it's proven record now. We have sales partnership with Ogilvy, Cisco, and one very large company who's a consumer brand. We're also talking in a lot of the companies that you see here, both in digital signage and automotive. We closed last year with 520K in bookings, and we're looking at 1.3 million in bookings for next year. We have probably one of the best teams right now that can deliver this vision. And if you want to try the technology, just come to our booth and feel and experience the power of Gestoos. Thank you.
Right on time. Excellent. Thank you very much. Keep the microphone. Any questions for Germán? Yeah.
So, José María Forcadell again from Ficosa. Why do you think the technology that you are selling to us compared with the market is the best technology?
Well, that's an excellent question. Most companies look at us for the gesture technology type of companies, like the Gestigons and the Microsoft Kinect and so forth, and that has been a traditional approach for the past 5 years. We're different because we're an AI. We're porting our technology to any type of camera. We're hardware agnostic. We can go with RGB cameras, depth sensing technology, and so forth. And we use so little data that is locally installed in the car that it makes a complete difference. It's embeddable, so we can put it in different cameras and so on. And this is our core differentiator. So we are distributing a technology across cameras.
So you need to put your software in the sensors that are in several markets, no? In the car and so on.
Correct.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Round of applause, please. I'd like to remind you again that if you want to connect with Germán or any other peers, you might find them over there in their booth. And last but not least, aus Deutschland, we have founder and managing director of R3Coms. Please welcome to the stage, Florian Bonanti. All right, here's your microphone.
Thank you. Right, left, perfect. Good morning, everyone. Well, R3 Communications specializes in communication technologies, which is basically a basic technology for every industry. So we focus on currently industrial automation, where safety is very important, so in terms of latency and reliability of signals. And this is also very important, or is upcoming very important in the entire field of vehicle-to-vehicle communications. And so far, the existing standards are not really matching that. So what are the use cases in vehicle-to-vehicle communications? Of course, there's a lot of communication going on in the future there. We focus on settings where safety is important, and safety always relies to latency and reliability of signals. And you can think about crossroads alignment, where you do not have, for example, direct visioning of other cars coming in. So you need to have kind of an alignment between all these vehicles in a very changing dynamic topologies. The second one is highway platooning, for example, where the same limits arise, for example. And the main thing is, in platooning, you can really save a lot of energy if you do it right, but you do it right only if you have a really close connection to the other car in front of you or the highway. And the problem with that is that radio signals are fading, so they're changing all the time. So you never know how the signal strength and quality is at any point in time. And if you have a latency boundary in terms of that the signal needs to be there at a certain point in time, this becomes really challenging. If you look at the market and the available technologies today, most of them are done for human-to-human communication settings, which do not have these requirements. So if you come to a machine-to-machine setting where closed-loop controls come into place at some time, these features, for example, a Wi-Fi brings you, is not sufficient anymore. So even 11P or even 5G does not really cover the point reliability at the same time with low latency profiles. What we bring in is here a software-based protocol which could be applied to any PHY. It does not really matter if it's in 5G or maybe on 11P or a Wi-Fi. And it comes with a decentralized mechanism based on a token ring protocol. And so we have a very dynamic topology which is able to deal with variable links with terms in speed and links cars coming into that network or getting out of that network. And we get this system stable, and it brings very high reliabilities because we do cooperation in place, which means if a link breaks down, another link, which is there at that point in time and which is viable, and we know it, comes in to help and secures the transmission. This brings to features like low latencies down to 1 millisecond, highly robustness, so meaning you don't lose any packet 1 out of 1 billion. Just to compare, if you have a normal Wi-Fi, you lose every 100, every 1,000 packets. And even 11P is maybe not that stable at that point in time. And 5G does have a big issue because it is a centralized organized system typically, and so you have a lot of latency in the system as well. And reliability measures aren't there at that point in time. So what are the benefits? It's no infrastructure required because the communication models are in place anyways. It's dynamic and scalable, and it brings high robustness under low latency settings. Well, this is the team we're working on and working together with a chip manufacturer currently to set that on a standard Wi-Fi PHY already. So, thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Florian, keep the microphone. We may have some questions. Thank you. Any questions from the audience, please? Yeah, may you ask.
Hello, Florian. Nice to see you again. We met you a couple of months ago. Well, you were mentioning that this is a software-based protocol, especially for the V2X, for the 11P in the US or in Europe in the cabin regulation. Do you have any constraints in order to put this protocol inside the available hardware units or the firmware?
Well, the constraints come actually with two things. The PHY capabilities, so how fast is the PHY itself? How fast can you compute? How fast you can deal with signals? And of course, the bandwidth you have available to run the signal through. So this limits the data rate in some terms, and of course then the size of the network, and in this sense also limiting latency. So yes, there are limitations, but they come from the PHY. So it really depends on how powerful the hardware platform is.
Okay, thank you.
All right, and since you didn't have time to finish, maybe you'd like to tell the audience what you're looking for here in the Connected Hub event?
Well, I'm here to open the discussion to the vehicle-to-vehicle market, because so far, from my perspective, there's a lot of discussions going on in 11P. And the use cases I showed you are not really, very close in the future, because, crossroads alignment, we don't have the density of autonomous cars so far. And platooning, it takes also some time until the technology is really ready. And 5G is really down the road, especially coverage of 5G will be an issue at the beginning. So you will have, areas where you do not have a coverage. So what do you do in between the next 5 to 10 years? Mm-hmm. And then you would think about maybe different solutions where you can also use existing PHY technologies.
All right. Okay, thank you very much, Florian. Round of applause, please. So that was the last startup. I hope you have enjoyed the startups and the products and services they introduced, that you've learned a few new ones to invest, collaborate, or buy. I sure have. And again, I like to remind you that if you want to connect with these startups or speak with them, they are over there. And I'd like to thank you, everyone, for coming. And on behalf of 4 years from now, we hope to see you in the next Mobile World Congress in Shanghai, San Francisco, and Barcelona. So thank you very much. My name is Blai Carandell. Thank you for your attention.